So in today's video, I'll be comparing two of the newest rods added to the game, and those are the Rod of the Zenith and the Leviathan's Fang rod. These are not the best rods ever, but they aren't the worst either. But they are still pretty good, and they have some potential. Okay, well, let's just get straight into the stats. The Leviathan's Fang rod has 70% lure speed, 180% luck, 0.1 control, 5% resilience, and infinite max kg. So you could see that this rod has decent stats, but its resilience and control is pretty trash. But the Rod of the Zenith has 85% lure speed, 145% luck, 0.15 control, 15% resilience, and infinite max kg. So these rods are pretty decent, and based off the stats, you could see that the Rod of the Zenith is going to be better. But these rods also have passives, and the Rod of the Zenith's passive is a little complicated, but let me break it down. Okay, so basically the Rod of the Zenith goes ahead and does two things. Let me just catch a fish real quick. So basically what it will do is after you catch a fish, it'll play like a second mini game within this mini game. So see right here, the mutation chance and the resilience will start going down. So it will start from like 90 or something, and then it'll go down. And while doing that, the mutation chance will go up. So it could basically will just give you a random mutation, and this chance for multiplier right here will increase it. And if it leaves the bar, it stops doing the multiplier. I think the passive still works if it leaves the bar, but I'm not entirely sure. I just know that it will stop adding mutation chance if the fish leaves the bar. So that's why it's kind of like a second mini game, and that's pretty much the entire passive. So pretty much the only thing this passive is good for is getting like rare mutations that you can't get without getting like other rods. For example, like greedy, you have to get the Rod of the Eternal King for that, so this rod could replace that. But this rod's like not that easy to get either, so it's kind of just what you want. It's definitely easier than getting Rod of the Eternal King, but it's not the best for that. Okay, and then the Leviathan's Fang rod also has a passive, and it basically just it makes it easier to catch the Skila or whatever. I did not pronounce it right. Maybe it's Scylla. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how to pronounce this like at all, so do not hate me for that. But it basically makes it easier to catch it. I don't know what exactly it does to make it easier to catch it. It might give it more like progression. So I'll put it on screen though what it does, but I don't exactly know what it does. I just know it makes it easier to catch that specifically, and that's pretty much what it does. But let's just get into how much this rod can make from an hour. So for both of these, I was fishing in the Veil of the Forsaken. This is the calm zone right here. This is like the second half of the calm zone, but I was actually fishing in the Veil of the Forsaken, not here. And from 1 hour, we got for the Leviathan's Fang rod 166,945 cash. So it's not that bad, but definitely nothing compared to the newest rod that's like best for money, the Ethereal Prism rod. So it's nothing compared to that. But the Rod of the Zenith actually did do something here that you could have noticed. It actually got more. So the Rod of the Zenith got 191,803. And I think the reason for this is because the Rod of the Zenith has a mutation chance. So it can basically give you mutations, which the mutations multiply the cash you get from the fish, versus the Leviathan's Fang rod doesn't. The Leviathan's Fang rod just has like good lure speed and decent stats overall, so it's not that good. But it could have also been because I don't have an enchant on the Leviathan's Fang rod versus I do on the Rod of the Zenith, so it kind of made a difference, but not a big difference. So technically both of these rods have about the same amount of potential for money making, but yeah, it's not a huge difference. And I would say yeah, they're pretty equal because I didn't have an enchant on this rod, so that could have affected it, and I don't exactly know what the passive does for this rod, so yeah, I could have also affected it. But yeah, these rods are pretty similar, and I would say they're both equal to make money, but I would personally recommend the Rod of the Zenith because the Rod of Zenith has the what is it called, the passive again for getting mutations, and I feel like you just need mutations more than you need to have like a better time catching one fish. So overall, I would recommend the Rod of the Zenith, not the Leviathan's Fang rod. So yeah, but you could get either one honestly, and you just have to also remember these aren't the most accurate tests ever. This is just what I got. You could get something completely different. But this is getting into my video. Subscribe to help the channel. Bye.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. night.